guys? What's up, guys? How are you? How are you? How are you? How are you? We are back for another video, girl. We are back, Lord. We are back, Lord. All right, let's get this party started, honey. How y'all doing? I see y'all back. Who we got? Who we got? Who we got? Okay. Y'all gotta share some news. I wanted to share earlier, but I forgot because I got so wrapped up and tied up in other stuff, child. Let's go ahead and do shout outs right quick, okay? Jeannie Smith, thanks for being here, dear. Denise Slay, Rose Armstead, Constance Abram, Big Steak, C. Lewis, Delilah T, Ashley B, Mary, Mrs. Mary, Joyce Pick, Shirley Terry, Rhonda is here, Brenda B is here, Etta G is here, Diana Flute is in the building. Yvette Bell, Demi Bell. I'm sorry. Hold on, shit. Hold on. Yvette Bell, Demi Bell, okay. Stacy Lane, Tanasha Harris, Mrs. Washington, Dolores Campbell is here. Love Me is here. Flower Bloom is here, honey. Grandma 504 is wild and now is here, girl. Creed 68 is here. Linda Gamble, my mom. Thanks for being here, dear. Catherine Barnhill is here. KB is here. Hey, dear. Imprintitious is here. Carla Johnson is here. Frankie Robinson is here, girl. Erica Rogers is in the building. Coco Mo is here. Miss TK is here, girl. Gloria Williams is here. Bernadette Clemens is here, girl. Okay. She is here. Les Moore is in the building. All right, so right quick, guys, before we get into our Love and Marriage Huntsville news, honey, let's go on and give y'all this news. I know y'all probably heard it, but I'm gonna go ahead and tell it here because I wanted to talk about it earlier, but I had so many other damn topics and it slipped my mind. Let's go and get on into I'm gonna pull it up here in Bravo Shade Room. Hold on, so y'all can see it. Get up here, girl. Give me 1 second. Let me pull it, okay? Let me pull it up for you, girl. Let's look at this bullshiggity. All right, hold up. Holla. All right, boom. Okay, let's share, Lord. And then we're gonna get into our Love and Marriage Huntsville news, child. I usually like to keep when I'm reviewing, I like to stick strictly to that. But child, let's go and talk about this. All right. All right, so let's get to my other screen. Ooh, child. This punk. And I got to call him that because I know him. I know him. So I can say that about him, okay? All right, as you guys can see, honey, congratulations, I guess. Go out to, I ain't going to say Pastor, I'm going to say Jamal Bryant, honey, as he announces his engagement, honey, to Pastor Kari Turner. Now, him and Kari have been dating for a little minute now. Tasha K blew their spot up, honey, when she saw them in Miami at an ice cream parlor. If you guys want to know more about that, you can head on over to her page. But they've been dating for quite some time, okay? Yes, they have. They have been dating for quite some time. Oh, Kari, I follow Kari, honey. Let me pull Kari up here, honey. Kari is something else out here, girl. Okay. Kari, honey. Kari don't dress like a minister out here, Lord. Okay. She don't. Kari Turner does not dress like a pastor, Lord. Okay. Hold on. Miss Kari, baby. That's what she calls herself. I said, oh, really? This is her. Can y'all see that? That's old Kari, baby, honey. Hold on. All right, can y'all see Kari? That's her, honey. That's who Jamal gonna marry. He got a type because she kind of, I ain't gonna say she looks like Giselle, but she kind of, reminds you of Giselle or whatever. She reminds you of Giselle. He got a type. He has a type. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and play for you guys what this old lying demon is saying. Y'all know I can't fool with Jamal like that. I can't. All right, so let's back it up so we can hear it in all of its entirety.
Tell you how happy I am, how happy my family is, how happy my children are, and I hope my church is happy for me. I want you to know from me. I want you to know from me. I want you to know from me why it is that I wanted to marry this woman. Is not just because she's beautiful, but because she's brilliant, because she is anointed, and She makes me a better man, and I'm grateful.
Lord, that's a lot of work. Lord, that's a lot of work.
I wanted to marry her because I wanted her to be the moon, because I don't want there to be a night that I don't see her. I wanted her to be the sun, to be a reminder that the dark season of my life is over. I wanted her to be a rainbow, just to be a reminder that God's promise is still good for my life. And I wanted her to be the rain, to let me know that the harvest is coming. And so for 5 years, you've just had a pastor. But going forward for the rest of my days, you're going to have a first lady. I can't tell you how happy I am, how happy.
No. If you guys can see, Giselle gave her blessing. She says, congratulations, very happy for you. I wonder if she's very happy because just not too long ago, you were using him as your storyline. You were saying he was your man. You were saying y'all were trying to reconcile. So all of a sudden now, honey, you like Destiny out here, honey, you on your Vesta Williams. Congratulations. I thought it would have been me bullshit. But whatever, child. Car returning, baby. Now he want to settle down after he went out here and got all these damn bumps and was bed hopping with everybody else. Child. I know somebody else who he was messing with, but I shall not say on here. I told you I know Jamal, okay? I know Jamal. He's full of shit, but whatever. If he's happy, it is what it is. I don't want to rain on nobody parade, honey, because I keep my umbrella. Whatever, Jamal. You and your bullshit. But I guess, child, congratulations. I guess she gonna see the real him because he ain't gonna stay with nobody. And he gonna always cheat, girl. Okay, he cheated on Giselle throughout their marriage. He cheated on the woman before Giselle, with Giselle, okay? And he has a child by a woman in his congregation who is, how old is the child now? 7 years old. He has a son by a girl in his congregation. The child is what, 7 or 8 years old now? So good luck, girl, being a stepmama to all of his side chick babies, all right? Good luck to you, honey. And let's move on. Somebody said she's sick. Said Giselle's face is cracked. He's a whole 304. And I don't like talk about pastors like that. I don't see him as a pastor because I know him, but bitch, out of here, Jamal. Okay. I'm just saying, y'all. Anywho and anyway. He does have that meaning, Cassandra. He has a lot of outside children. He does. He has a lot of children. She's standing there crying like she got a prize. Girl, save them tears for later because you will need them, okay? Don't dry up your tear ducts just yet, girl, because you're going to need all them tears that you crying up there now thinking them are tears of joy. Girl. Lord, let's move on with my show, though, child. I ain't got time for them, child. Jamal going out here and fuck up somebody else's life, honey. Because, Giselle, honey, had to be in a whole mental institution behind him, child. Did y'all know that? Not to be putting nobody business out there, girl, because y'all know I'm nosy. But Giselle had to be in a whole mental institution behind Jamal because he was out here cheating and getting women pregnant and all that. But my thing is, girl, you lose how you get him because, you kind of moved up in there when he was with somebody else. And you wanted to be a first lady so bad, but you didn't know that, he had whole qualities or whatever. Bishop Holy Whore. That's what Monique called him, honey, Bishop Holy Whore. But go on, child. Go on, child, and enjoy the crazy life while you can. Moving on to my show here, though. But season 8, honey, episode 4 of Love and Marriage Huntsville is why we're here. We don't give no fucks about Jamal. All right, let him be toxic over there, child. At New Birth, honey. New Birth, Missionary Baptist Thought Church. All right, moving on. The Thought Congregation. All right. It's because Jamal is going to baby Jamal be Jamal, and don't he beat all the strip clubs. Car, if you looking for him ever and you can't find a girl strip club, honey. All right, yeah, and put your clear hairs on, get you a little change while you in there. All right, all right, moving on, child. I ain't got time. Y'all, I ate a piece of I ate a slice of pound cake before my show, so I might be a little turned from that sugar. All right, forgive me, that shit was so good too. Oh my god. Okay. Ooh, child. It was lemon pudding. I got a lemon pudding pound cake with the cream cheese drizzled icing on the top. Give me a moment, y'all. Oh, Jesus. It was so good, y'all. So moist and oh, Lord God. The pudding cake. Oh, Lord. And I knew right where to go get it. And Lord, when I tell you, did not disappoint. I don't eat a lot of sweets, but baby, when I find something that I really like and I eat it and it be good, oh Jesus, it was good. All right, we ain't gonna eat no more today though, because baby, we gotta watch these hips over here, honey, because all my sweet stuff go to my hips, and we ain't got time for that, girl. Okay. Moving on, season 8, episode 4 of Love and Marriage Huntsville, honey. The title of this episode is "Keep My Wife's Name Out Your Mouth." That is what Chris was telling Martel's drunk ass up over there. Okay. All right, so let's get into it, honey. Let's get into it. The episode begins with Kimmy, honey, at her office, rather the credit one office, honey, over there where they don't fix no credit over there. So Kimmy child is on the phone with her friend Andrea. Y'all remember Andrea when she was talking about the Kegel balls with Kimmy over there at her house, child. Talking about Marceau working on she and Maurice's new hot dog stand. That's what I call it, child, that they purchased. When Tisha actually comes in looking like Wesley Snipes, child, in the 2-1 Foo, in that bright pink miniskirt suit with her little wig cocked to the side like a pistol, child, and her damn glasses on, trying to look like she's smart because she went to ICDC college, girl, and got 2 degrees from there. But anyway, yeah, girl, what had happened was that she and Kimmy, they greet each other when she comes in, and Tisha compliments Kimmy on how good she looks, you know, because y'all know she's been, yeah, girl, the hot dog thing, because y'all know she's been going through like chemo and all that stuff. She's been tired. She's been dealing with Maurice and his bullshit. So she was like, girl, you look good or whatever. So she was like, oh, really? Me? Like, yes, girl. She talking about you and them dry ass curls, all of that. She was lying, but anyway. So Tisha says to Kimmy, she says, hey, girl, she says, y'all talking about the restaurant? She, what y'all talking about? So she was asking them what y'all talking about, asking Kimmy what she and Andrea was talking about while they was on the phone. Not as your business. But Kimmy says that she don't want to be stressed out about that whole restaurant thing. So she and Tisha begin to talk. Yes, girl, she's like Wesley Snipes child from 2-1 Foo in that damn dress. I said, fuck you going. Anyway, so Tisha says that Marceau, honey, is going to tell Maurice that he's going to do the project, but she wants to make sure that it doesn't cause issues between she and Kimmy, business-wise, should they start business together, or should they do business together? Okay, so Kimmy says that they can both disagree because she's actually annoying sometimes, is what she's saying. She said, because I'm actually annoying sometimes. She said the time frame is really what's going to be the issue, because she's in a hurry to get this done. She says they're in a time crunch, so she wants them to be able to get this done in, you know, an expedited time. So Tisha says it is not about the financial part. She says as long as they're staying on budget, that it should actually work out. But baby, it is about the financial part because y'all broke. But go on. Go and take out another loan, sis. So she says the Destiny, of course, then Destiny kind of joins them. Destiny walks in while Kimmy and Tisha are talking. She comes in, child, looking per Church of God in Christ. This is how she always looked whenever she dressed on. I don't know who dressing her. They greet her. They all sit down to get ready to talk. Destiny goes into confessional and she says that Tisha and Kimmy are her girls. And I'm trying to figure out when Kimmy was your girl, because you didn't really like Kimmy like that after she made that chicken comment about LeBeric. She said that when they extend an invite, I'm always going to be there. She said she's excited to catch up with them because they've been there for her through her divorce. And now they are being there with this whole mess between Moses and Sonny that she's dealing with. What are you dealing with? They're married. You are creating an issue and putting stress on yourself that you don't need to put yourself into, because they're married now. What you care for it now? Why are you having sleepless nights when they're married? That's not going to change the situation, but let's move on. Let's move on. So Tisha asks Destiny how she's been doing, and she tells her that she looks great. All right. So Kimmy asks Destiny, she says, are things getting better for you? So Destiny says, yes, for me. She says, but I've chosen to kind of look at things, you know, differently. Meaning, you know, through her lying eyes, because y'all know she's going to do an interview in live. She don't do nothing else. So Kimmy tells Destiny, she says that you have to see things on the brighter side, or it will drown you, okay? So Destiny says that she almost lost her mind a long time ago, but then it came back. And I'm like, you sure? Because you kind of been acting real crazy here lately, minus the divorces. Or we can add the minus the lockups, okay? Because you have been locked up like twice, girl. So that's enough to drive anybody crazy, but so Destiny asked Tisha, she said, so what were y'all talking about? So Tisha then says to Destiny, she says, she tells Destiny about the work project that they're actually doing for Kimmy and Maurice, okay? When Kimmy tells Destiny that they talked to Sonny, okay? Which we already knew that conversation was getting ready to come up. So Kimmy was the one to break the ice and let Destiny know, hey, we actually sat down and had a conversation with Sonny. Destiny's whole disposition changes like, oh, hell, here we go. All right. So Kimmy says that she wanted to actually talk to Destiny today to let her know that they actually talked to Sunny and to tell her why. All right. So Kimmy says that she and Sunny actually were not friends when Sunny was there. But she said that Sunny was actually there for her through her biopsy, literally. She says, and she was surprised when she heard that she was in town for the podcast with Carlos King, of course. So she reached out to her to see if she wanted to talk. And she says that she felt that she and Sunny were in a good enough space to ask her what the F was up. But my thing is this, you're not my friend, so really you're just trying to be in my business so you can run information back to somebody who you know I don't fool with like that. That's what Kimmy was doing. Kimmy always try to act like she's the peacemaker, but really you want to be up in other people's business because you don't really got shit going on in your life. You stay at home, your man don't want to take you on no vacations. You ain't really doing nothing at the job, girl. Maybe you should go down there to ICDC college and find out something for you, girl. All right, so she says that did she break girl code or as a producer? She said, did she break the girl code or was she breaking girl code as a producer? She says, I don't know what the F, girl. So that's what she's telling Destiny. Anything to get her riled up. All right, so Destiny then says that she was let go as the producer, at which Sunny has already made it very clear that she was not let go, that Carlos actually called her to come back to work. So Destiny is still putting this narrative out there because she's bitter and mad that she was let go. So she says that we continued our friendship even after that. So now she want to do a whole history of she and Sunny's friendship, when Sunny's also made it very much so known that she and Sunny, that she and Destiny were never friends. Okay. Destiny goes on to say that she says, to the point where I have text messages that I say, I miss you, sis. Okay. Or that she says, I miss you, sis. And I love you, sis. So now she out here acting like Martel holding on to messages. And she want to try to bring those back up. For what? What does that serve you now to be holding on to pictures? And my thing is this, if you felt enough, vitriol towards this girl to block her because you don't want to be friends with her, you felt a way about Sunny, then why are you holding on to messages that she sent to you? If I don't care about a person, that means when I block you, I don't want to see any messages that you sent me as well. Like, I'm all the way done with you. I don't want to see no posts. I don't want to see no pictures. I ain't following you on Instagram. Like, none of that. Like, I'm cutting you all the way off if we're in that place. You feel me? But she wants to be able to hold on to something for some type of leverage in case some shit pop off so you can go back and pull some shit up and be like, see here. Why are you still trying to prove this girl's your friend? And she keep telling everybody y'all was not friends. All right, so Destiny goes on. She says that those type of texts don't come from a person who you're not friends with. She says, then her sister called me to invite me to her surprise birthday party up there in Mexico, child. But you ain't have no money to go to Mexico anyway, so why are you worrying about Destiny? All right, so Kimmy then goes on to say that we told her that it was wrong. Of course, the relationship with Moses is what she's talking about. On all accounts, she says, because you thought that they were friends, but they actually were not. So Tisha then jumps in and says that she said that people use the word friend so loosely. So Tisha had her little 2 cents in there trying to start some mess, child. Mm-hmm. All right, so Kimmy then jumps in and says that we told her that it was wrong on both accounts. She's steady saying that. So Destiny kind of stretches her eyes like, oh, okay, really? Okay, good. And starts making them crazy faces that she makes. So Kimmy goes into confessional and she says that that they both have 2 totally different definitions of what friendship is, obviously. Kimmy goes on to say that from my point of view, I feel like it's closer to Sunny's Sunny's idea of what their friendship is. She said that Sunny was actually doing her job. Apparently she did it well. And I was like, spoken from a true side piece, because Kimmy, you apparently was doing something well too if you got a ring. And Maurice was trying to go back to reconcile with Kiowa, according to Kiowa, but he went ahead and married you, and now you're miserable, and that's your karma. So Kimmy then goes on to say that me and Tisha suggested that you guys talk, meaning Sunny and Destiny, okay? Tisha says that are you open to talking to her, Destiny? Destiny sitting there making faces, looking all crazy. She says that when she sent me the text that that they were dating, she says that I was more confused as to how you're actually dating your cousin. So here she go again with that. All right, she still ain't answered the question. Is she open to talking to them? She says that the number was immediately blocked after that. All right, but you saved them damn text messages. That's all I know. So Tisha and Kimmy, honey, they go on to say that we had a gathering with Mel too. Okay, so they just really trying to get a reaction, I think, out of Destiny. Telling her that they met up with Mel. Why would you tell her that when she and Mel aren't friends? She don't care nothing about Mel, and Mel don't care nothing about her. So Tisha, being the messy as she is, tells Destiny, she said that Mel actually called herself gathering us. So she put her hands up like that in air quotations. So Kimmy and Tisha tell Destiny that Mel came to her defense actually when she said that Sonny was wrong. Okay, so Destiny looked like, oh, okay, and so Tisha goes via confessional and says that Destiny's having a lot of problems now. She says that when she's around her, that she wants to bring happy spirits towards her because she's not going to bring up that Melody insinuated that she may have slept with Martel. Okay, so I ain't even going to tell her that because she's already in her damn feelings about this Sonny and Moses situation. So I'm going to leave that shit out. All right, so then Kimmy comes back and says that, have you and Mel actually talked, Destiny? Destiny says, well, meaning we're not interested in that either. So she's not interested in having a conversation with Mel at all. So Kimmy then goes on to say, well, Huntsville is small, and I'd love to see if we all could actually get together and do stuff and have fun like we used to. And that's the problem with it. You guys can be cordial. If certain people don't fool with certain people, I'm not the type to be fake. So if I decided I don't want to fool with you, I can be cordial. If I see you somewhere, I might speak if I feel like it. If I don't, move on with your life. But I don't feel like we should go out and be fake and be trying to be on the kumbaya, like going bowling and all that. When I don't fool with you, I just don't be in spaces with people that I don't fool with like that. But I get what Kimmy's trying to do, but it's just not going to happen because Melody's made it clear she's not trying to be friends with them. Okay, when we see you, right? If y'all Leos, y'all know how we are out there. Leos don't play that. We're not fake. All right, we're not. I'm a Leo. I can't be fake. All right, so Tisha says, you don't have to get along to be around people. She says, I can be in the room with anybody. And I said, you can be in the room with anybody except your husband, honey, when he's in the room with everybody. Was that messy? Sorry, girl. Too late. We already said it. Tisha said she can be in the room with anybody. I said, well, you can be in the room with everybody except your damn husband, girl. Because he's in the room with everybody. That's what we are. With them threesome, girl. Okay. Catch that. So Kimmy then tells Tisha, she says, yes, because Stormy goes left real fast, honey. Then Tisha says that if she starts it, then I'm going to finish it. So here go Tisha trying to be nuck if you book. You didn't have that energy, though, when that drink got thrown on you. Okay, you didn't do that. You sat there when Stormy called your husband a bitch. Not once, but twice. And you said nothing. You sat there with that little smirk on your face like you didn't speak English no more and that you were waiting for somebody to translate that shit. You didn't say shit. Oh, yeah, you didn't say shit then. You didn't say shit. When that drink flew up in your face, you like you just got out of a baptism, honey. You didn't say nothing. You sat there. And then you got up and you ran up off camera because your ass was embarrassed, but you didn't say nothing and you didn't do nothing. So you ain't about to do nothing now. Do I think that Tisha can whip Stormy's ass? I don't think so, but whatever. Anywho, so Kimmy tells Tisha, she said, yeah, sometimes you do start stuff, okay? So Tisha was like, yeah, no, I disagree. Tisha goes on to say that if she apologizes to my husband, then we'll be cool. But she did apologize to your husband, and then she turned around and called him a bitch again. So which apology do you want? Do you want her to apologize and don't say nothing after that? Or do you want her to apologize because in true Stormy form, Stormy gonna apologize and call him a bitch again. So just let it go, girl. Move on with your life, child, because Stormy is not about to apologize to him again. She just said this the other day on the episode 2 that she still feels like Marceau is a bitch. So apologizing, that don't mean she mean it because she still feels that way. All right, so Tisha says that y'all, meaning Mel, have a conversation, and then I'll have one with Stormy. So she's trying to make a pact with Destiny, saying that if you have a conversation with Mel, then I'll swallow my pride and go sit and have a conversation with Stormy. So Destiny says, nah, I ain't doing that, okay? You can't do that because Mel ain't trying to do that, okay? That's why you ain't doing that. Not from your own accord, because Melody ain't fooling with you. So Destiny says that Tisha's situation needs to be addressed with Stormy, but she is definitely not going to talk to Mel. So Tisha goes on to say that she's good to talk to Stormy as long as she don't say nothing disrespectful or take a jab at her. She said, we're good. She said, because she's not letting any more jabs slide anymore. That is what Tisha's saying about Stormy. So Destiny then jumps in and she says that I don't have no smoke for nobody, but if they come for me, then I'm going to burn that mother effer down. I was like, girl, all right, girl, like, we can't take you serious. Like, that's all you had. I'm like the girl off Friday. Okay, girl, you ain't burning shit down. Sit down, child. Next scene is Martel pulls up, child, on the scene to go see Nell Fletcher. Love Nell Fletcher. I'm going to call her ass that since she don't like to be called that. Okay, the one where her son just got locked up. That one, she don't like to see black men get locked up, but her son just got locked up her. So damn messy today, y'all. Anywho, but Martel pulls up, child, to go talk to Nell at this little eating spot, okay? Nell sitting there with her Miss Piggy wig on, child, and her 10 tons of makeup sitting there waiting on Martel's ass to get up in there. She's already there. He walks in. They greet each other. They speak. Martel finally has a shirt on that fit. Thank God. Like, we won't see his nipples. He won't looking like the Incredible Hulk about to bust about that bitch. Praise the Lord, child. Maybe that own check done came through and he went down there to Burlington and got him a new Easter blouse, child. All right, so Martel says, what's up? He says that when I get a call from you, I feel like I'm in trouble. She must call you a lot. So he says that I don't even want to talk about all the stuff that I've been hearing either. He says, I'm hoping that we're going to talk about some good stuff right now. Because y'all know, child, he just got out of jail. All this stuff going on with Revenge P, like he's in a lot of trouble. His life flashed before him when them cuffs went on. So, baby, he's like, I don't talk about none of this shit because, baby, listen, I'm still trying to recover from being locked up and get swallowed up. Okay, he was locked up and swallowed up. That's what he was trying to tell her. All right, so Nell then goes on to say, she said, well, I spoke to Melody and I told her that I did have a problem with you going to jail. So he starts smiling like, yes, she's on my side. Like somebody finally sees it my way. So Nell then goes on to say, she says that I don't, however, agree with it. I don't agree, but she said that you put out Revenge P on her, okay? So Martel, he kind of closes his eyes like, here we go with the shit. Like, here we go. Like, he thought she was on his side, but then when she said, I don't agree with that shit about you doing that, he closes his eyes like, damn, she ain't on my side after all. He looks disgusted, y'all. Like, it just bothers him so bad that Nell said that he put out Revenge P on Mel. Like, he just can't believe it. He's sitting up there like, like he swallowed a shot of liquor. Oh, yeah. But I'm like, nigga, you did it. You did it. Why is it bothering you? You did. All right, so Nell then goes on to say that, why did you do that, Martel? She said, why'd you do that? Martel's sitting there looking confused, like he don't understand what she's saying, which is so weird. Okay, so Martel says that not one time did I say that I was going to put out anything. Nobody said that you said nothing. We said that you did it. There's a difference between saying and doing. I ain't never said not one time I was going to put out something. I said, what the hell, Martel? So, so Mel, hold on. So Nell and another person. Hold on. Okay. So of course, he was saying that Mel and another person mentioned something about a video. He says, but I ain't got no video. He said that I sent her a picture. That's what Martel was saying. So he's trying to be technical. It's the technicality for me. He's trying to say, I ain't sent her no video. I sent a picture. Well, the picture came from a fucking video. The picture came from a video, Martel. It was an actual video that you filmed Melody in action, okay, while you guys were having a private moment, and you took a still picture from the video in an effort to coerce her into, like you said, stop bullying you, which I don't think she was doing that shit. You did it to hold it over her head, okay? So that's what he was saying. So then he shows the text message to Nell, and she reads it out loud, okay, which we already know what it says. So Martel then says that I sent that message because I told her stop bullying me. So that is the story that he keeps sticking to, that Melody is bullying him, which is why he did it. It doesn't matter why. It doesn't matter what she was doing. The fact that you sent it, that's a crime. It doesn't matter that if she called you and cussed you out. If you send her Revenge P after that, you are in more trouble than she did cussing you out. That's not a crime to cuss somebody out. I do it all the time. But the fact that you sent that picture to her, that's a crime, and that's the problem. All right, so Martel goes on to say that something that I did back in August 22, here he go. Something I did back in August 22, here I am getting arrested for it in 2024. He says, you tell me that's all she can do to put a man in jail for? No, it's a few more things that she could have put you in jail for, but that right there is a start. That means you keep doing some more shit, then the other stuff she gonna pull up too. Okay, keep it up. All right, so Nell then goes on to say that she do something, then you do something. She do something, then you do something. And I'm like, Nell, shut your ass up. You need to do something, side chick. All right, Martel then says, no, it's more like she do something, then she do something, then she do something, then she do something, and then I do something. So he's making it seem like Mel is just bothering him, and then he get tired of her bothering him, then he do something and react. We know that's a bunch of lies. Okay. So Nell then goes on to say that you don't do that though, Martel. She says it has got to stop. She said it shouldn't be that she did this, so I'm gonna go do that. She said that somebody needs to stop and somebody needs to take accountability. That I kind of agree with. This situation does need to stop, but I feel like it's more so Martel because he wants a reaction out of Mel. He likes getting attention from her because he's used to having attention from her. So whether good or bad, he'll take whatever he can get at this point. Melody ignoring him, he hates that because he's used to her giving him that attention. So whether good or bad, if she's yelling at him, telling him, Martel, don't call me or I'm blocking you, he loves that shit. He eats it up. Crazy people like Martel love any type of attention, okay? Except that jail time. He like that shit. But let's continue. So Martel says, I did, meaning he took accountability. He says that I actually got off social media. That's not taking accountability because you were still doing shit after that, Martel, okay? Nell says, y'all are raising 4 beautiful kids. Here go Martel. You're right. You're right. We are raising 4 beautiful children. That's what I've been saying. This nigga, y'all. That's some bad acting, y'all. Martel says that's why I stopped. That's what I've been saying because of the 4 beautiful children. Nell says what you're gonna do is that you're gonna hurt your kids and you're gonna fuck them up. She said that to him. All right, so Nell goes to confessional and she said that Martel needs to know that when your kids actually grow up, that they're going to take sides, all right? She said that me and Chris are going through it right now with our stepdaughter, Lexi, where she's making comments saying that I'm a side chick and I'm getting all the backlash from that, okay? Well, you were a side chick, baby. He was married, though. You can't compare. Those are 2 separate situations. You being a side chick and then Mel getting the fuck away from Martel trying to raise her kids. That's not the same thing, but go off, girl. So Nell then says to Martel, she says that this is some 30-year BS, and I'm getting backlash from it. She says that I ain't did shit. Okay, meaning this side chick stuff. So Martel says, you ain't did nothing. So he's insinuating that, the streets are talking, girl. People saying you a side chick. What you mean you ain't did nothing? So Nell kind of gives him that look like, bitch, don't try me. Nell said, no, I haven't done anything. So Martel said, all right, yeah, okay. Y'all know he always do that stupid grin. He's so damn immature. He gets on my damn nerves. So Nell says, no, I haven't. Okay, so she's sticking and staying on the whole I ain't no side chick and I haven't done anything wrong. Me and him been married for 30 years. So Martel then goes on and says that I thought that I heard you were a home wrecker. So that kind of pisses her off low key. She says, no, I'm not a home wrecker. So Nell then goes on to say that he was separated with divorce papers already. She says that I found out that he was married and I left him alone. Now that's a lie right there. He was not separated, no fucking divorce papers. He said that he was legally separated on paper. The divorce hadn't been signed yet. Or I don't even think the divorce was drawn yet. I think that he legally separated from his ex-wife because according to what she said in the interview with Terrence from Giving You the Real Tea, she said that she and Chris Fletcher had stepped away and had a brief separation and that they were talking about reconciliation, but Nell kept pursuing Chris. So now Nell is trying to say that divorce papers were drawn, they just weren't signed. What was stopping you from signing them if he had already made up his mind that he wanted to move on with Nell? If you were happy with Nell, if the divorce papers were filed, why was it so hard for him to go ahead and sign if he'd made up his mind that he wanted to be with you? If he didn't want to be back with his ex-wife, he was playing the fuck out of both of y'all. He was probably seeing and sleeping with her, and he was messing with you too now. So don't sit up and say, he was not. Because we're going to hear about that a little bit later on when I mention it later on in the show here. He was not, the divorce papers weren't even filed yet. The separation, he said he was separated legally on paper. That's what Chris said. So their stories are not coinciding. Their story, y'all didn't get together and get y'all lie together good before y'all got on TV is what it sounded like. Y'all didn't get y'all lie together, but whatever. So Martel then goes on to say that he's glad to get the heat off of him. So he says that so y'all were actually still connected, correct? So he's still pressing her on this. He says, and you left him alone after you found out, right? So Nell then goes on to say, because she's mad at this point, she says that I've never been Chris's mistress. So she kind of talking to him with a tight lip because she married. She mad now. So she says, I'm Chris's wife for 30 years now. She says, and you're treating it like it's a game, just like you treated your wife and treat your life. She says, I don't do that. Okay. Actually, she said that in confessional. She didn't say it to him. She said it in confessional because she was mad. So then she actually tells Martel, she says, you know what? Because by this time she pissed at him. She says, you know what? She said, my birthday party is coming up. She says, I chose to invite Melody. All right. She says that she doesn't want to invite, she doesn't want to be around you. So you will not be able to come to the party. So Martel's face, he kind of looks deflated a little bit. But then his ego kind of kicks in because y'all know Martel does not like rejection. She says that I don't want my birthday party ruined with all the mess going on between you and Mel. So I'm choosing to allow Mel to come, but you will not be able to come. Okay. So Martel, of course, he looks a little mad or whatever. And the fact that he's disinvited, he goes into confessional, which we knew he was going to do. So he says to Nell in the confessional, he says, well, happy birthday. He says, I ain't know nothing about the party anyway. He says that you don't have to invite me not to invite me. He says, or front to let me know that you riding with Melody like that. He says that I don't care about going to no 60 plus birthday party anyway. Yes, you do. Because what you doing a confessional about it for? If you didn't care, then be like, oh, okay. I didn't know about the party anyway. He was butthurt because he was disinvited and Mel was invited. He was disinvited, Mel was invited, and the fact that they once again chose Mel because they chose her whenever he was asking them not to go to her name changing ceremony, and they went to that, and he was mad about that, saying, y'all supposed to be friends with me. Why y'all going to that? So now that they're having a party and something else, and everybody else gonna be there but him, he's mad about that shit. Or she wouldn't have done a confession and talked about it. Okay, but you don't care about going to a 60 plus birthday party, Martel, but you damn sure did crash your daughter's birthday party. You cared enough to go up in there with them tight ass pants on, switching around up in there. Okay, so get over it, sir. Get over it. Now, I hope you don't crash the damn party because you known for crashing parties, Mr. I don't care. And I think he was more so mad because y'all know he ain't got no food at home. So when Nell mentioned that she was having a party, in his mind, he was like, yes, I'm going to get a free meal. But when she told his ass he ain't going to be able to go, he was like, fuck, I got to wait till Monday to eat when the kids eat at school. I'm so damn messy, y'all. Martel's thinking about that free food. That's why his ass went to confessional because he was like, fuck, I ain't going to get no free meal. Damn it, Neil. All right, so moving on, child. Martel got decided as hell about that food. All right, so Martel then says to Nell, he said, it is what it is then. It is what it is. All right, so the next scene is Marceau, Maurice, and Moses meet up at Black to discuss Moses and Destiny, and Sonny's what they're calling a triangle. It's not a triangle because Moses and Sonny are married, so Destiny been cut out of that child. Of course, they ain't got no storylines, like I said before, so now they are interjecting themselves in the Sonny and Moses fiasco. They done called Moses over their child to Black to sit down and tell his business to them so that they can kind of live vicariously through them and talk about their marital issues, which we all know is full of shit. But Maurice shows up first, okay, and he points out Marceau's shirt, which says T-Squad on the front, okay. I was like, boy, bye. Ain't nobody buying that shit. All right, so Marceau is smoking a cigar when Maurice asked him to give him one to fire up as well. While they're doing that, Moses actually arrives during that time, okay. All right, so they kind of having small talk. Marceau, they're waiting on Moses to arrive. Okay, they're smoking the cigars, waiting on Moses to arrive. They're actually having small talk when Marceau actually tells Maurice, who's Sonny and Moses triangle, saying that the Sonny and Moses and Destiny triangle happened kind of fast, meaning that Moses and Sonny got married pretty quickly. Okay, thanks Hope Mac for being here. I'm fine, dear. Thanks for being here. Okay. So Maurice then goes on to say, yeah, man, they are quick. All right. Meaning they actually got married quick. They did that quick. All right. So Maurice then says that Destiny and Moses broke up, and then Moses and Sonny got married. Said, damn, that was they flew up into that. So Marceau then goes on to say that I dated Tisha for 1 month before I proposed. We know that she was pregnant, dumbass. All right, he says that when you know, then you know. He said you ain't got to eat a whole gallon of ice cream to know that you like it. Did y'all hear that? He said he dated Tisha 1 month before he asked her to marry him. Tisha was 6 months pregnant. I still got the picture in my phone. Tisha was 6 months pregnant, 5 or 6 months pregnant when she and Marceau got married. Had big old stomach sticking out there. When she and Marceau got married, they dated 1 month. And she got knocked up very quickly. And at their wedding, okay, because I remember the cake was like a chocolate and something else type of cake. Tisha was 5 or 6 months pregnant with a stomach sticking out there. I still got a picture in my phone, no lie, y'all. I said, boy, bye. That was a shotgun wedding, girl. All right, so during the time that they're talking, after Marcel says that Moses actually comes in, he greets them. Hey, y'all, what's up? Because y'all know he's kind of quiet. Hey, y'all, what's up? How y'all doing? So Marcel then says that he met Moses through Destiny, where he and Tisha and Moses and Destiny, they went on a double date together. So that's when he met him, through Destiny. That's how he got to know Moses. All right. He says that they asked if Moses is going to be actually moving to Huntsville. Y'all thinking about moving to Huntsville? That's what he's asking him about, him and Sonny. Maurice then said that Huntsville is booming right now, bro. It sure is, because they done locked you up and everything. And now they done locked up Nell Fletcher's son and Destiny going in and out of jail. Huntsville is booming, ain't it? It's a whole lot going on down there. It's a whole lot of shit going on down there. All right, moving on. So Moses was like, oh, yeah, I see a lot that's going on here. But like, nah, we're going to go and stay on down there in St. Louis, child. So Maurice and Marceau and Moses are actually having small talk about him considering maybe coming to Huntsville, when Maurice says that all of the ruckus are referring to the situation between Sonny and Destiny. He says that do you guys think it's a ruckus that you guys are actually going through with this whole situation with Destiny and the two of you guys being married? Meaning explain what you guys are going through or what's going on with you guys. All right, so Maurice is trying to open the conversation. Moses then says that it just didn't work out with me and Destiny. Says that she's gonna feel some type of way towards my wife, you know. Moses goes on to say that Destiny knows that she didn't put the work in. Okay. This is the police department trying to meet their quota. I know that's right, Kim Jones. So Maurice then says that you moved on fast, though, bro. Why is it your business? Because you moved on fast too with Kimmy. All right, so Moses then says that we all move fast. Says, but you can't miss your blessing. You can't miss out on your blessing. So he's saying that Sonny was a whole blessing. I don't know what Destiny was, girl, but he sure let that go. All right, Maurice then says that the break should have been a little cleaner, though, Moses. Don't you think? The same person that's telling him his break should have been cleaner. You went through the same thing with Kiowa and Kimmy, though, Maurice. So it's weird to me that he's even talking to Moses about this shit, because you went through the same shit. Ooh, child. All right, so Maurice goes on to say that he left his marriage a year before he filed papers or met Kimmy's face. Now, you didn't meet Kimmy's face because y'all were talking on Instagram, and that was what Kimmy said on the show. Kimmy said that she hopped in Maurice's DMs and that they talked back and forth for quite some time. And then she called him to her house to cut Jalen's hair. And that is when she saw him for the first time, and she flirted with him. And that is how she knew that she wanted to be with him, from their conversation, because they had already been conversating via IG. Via Instagram or whatever, or social media. All right. So he said that people said, oh my gosh, she's a side chick, talking about Kimmy. He said all this time people say, oh my gosh, she's a side chick. But, you know, he's trying to say that the time between the time that he left Kiowa and the time that he met Kimmy was a year. I don't believe that shit. So he says that he's dealt with rumors with Kimmy being a side chick for years. He says, but I'm telling Moses to go ahead and get ahead of it. He says, and not let anything grow legs. That's not true. You need to protect your wife. You don't protect your wife. Because didn't you bring your ex-wife to the house down there to have a conversation with your wife where she was uncomfortable? Kimmy was sitting there crying. You was going to have Kiowa move down to Huntsville, and you hadn't even mentioned it to Kimmy yet. Kim wasn't even your wife then, was she? No, they weren't even married then. You didn't even tell Kimmy that you had talked to Kyle and told her to move down to be closer. Had that girl sitting out on the back patio crying her damn eyes out. You were playing to both of them because you felt like you could, Maurice. So you're not the right person to be giving Moses any type of advice when it comes to relationships. All right, so Marceau then jumps in and says, what happens when Sonny gets depressed because of all of this? Sonny seems to be very strong. Sonny doesn't seem to be as bothered about this as they're trying to allude that she is. Not to me. All right. Moses says, if she gets depressed, we'll deal with it. Okay. I like the way he said we'll deal with it, meaning that we're a couple now, we're one. If she's going through something, I'm going to be there. So I like that he's stepping up and saying we get into the whole, you know, get into the whole thing of saying that if she's feeling that way, we'll deal with it. I'm gonna be there for her. That's what he's saying. So Marceau goes on to say that the comments are very harsh from people watching this, don't you think? But there comes a time when you got to not think about what other people say and or think about you. And that's the problem. That's what they had to tell Tisha. Stop reading the comments. They ran Tisha right the fuck up off Twitter because she was reading the comments and crying and going home and hollering at the kids and all depressed or whatever. So Marceau then goes on to say that I've never seen people attack someone's marriage like they attacked mine. he says that those shots actually start to penetrate after a while. Okay. So whole time he talking, Moses is like, okay, all right. And Maurice then agrees with him, like, he's telling the truth. All right. So Maurice then goes on and said that a marriage is already tough without all the comment sections. All right. So Moses then said, well, I'm ready for it. Like, bring it. Whatever they're going to say, I'm ready for it. So Marceau then goes on to say that I almost lost my marriage. When did that happen? When was Tisha going to leave you? All right. Maurice then looks at him surprised, like, did you? I didn't know about that. When did that happen? I feel like he was lying there, because if that happened, I think that you would have gone to your brother and talked to him and said, look, me and Tisha about to break up. Me and Tisha about not to be together no more. I think he would have known about that. Just like you went to him to tell him that, just like he came to you and tell you that Kimmy had cancer and y'all sat out there on the back porch and fake cried. I feel like that conversation would have been had because the two of you seem very close for you not to have known that Tisha and Marceau's marriage was about to be over. Okay. Because when y'all went to Houston, when Tisha and Marceau were having fake issues, Tisha went straight to you to talk to you about it. You were talking to your brother about you and Tisha's issues and their, and the issues that they were having so that they could work it out, because he didn't want to see y'all arguing and carrying on. So that seemed a shock to him. Like, I didn't know about that shit because we talk about everything. This is the first time, that's the first he heard it on TV, y'all. Marceau then goes on to say that I told Martel something similar about his marriage when he was married. Now all of a sudden he's Dr. Phil with everybody else's marriage. Okay. That's so funny. All right. Moses said, yeah, but I'm different. All right. Meaning me and Martel ain't the same. I don't do the same shit Martel do, but anywho. All right. So Marceau then goes on to say that it's going to rain in your situation though. Okay. Moses says that where I come from, it's been raining all my life. I like that he got an answer for everything. Marceau kind of got upset because y'all know he don't like nobody challenging him. He don't like nobody having an answer for everything because he have an answer for everything. So Moses, everything that Marceau said, Moses was coming back with his own stuff. So Marceau goes via confessional. He says that Moses is very headstrong and doesn't listen, just like Martel. And I'm sort of an expert at what I'm talking about. So all of a sudden now you know what you're talking about, but you cheat on your wife all the time. So you're not the person to give advice to anyone because you have threesomes on your wife, allegedly. Okay. All right. So, but he feels like because he's still married and been married for 18 years, we both know that Tisha can't leave because she's in so much debt all the way up to her damn eyeballs. You ain't leaving because you ain't got no fucking credit. And going back to Target and working at the movie theater again, you definitely don't want to be going back there. So if you leave Tisha, you don't really have no other recourse because you barely graduated college, sir. And ain't nobody really trying to be hiring you to be doing nothing out here, especially building, because we know you don't do that either. Go off. All right, Maurice then jumps in and says that I think that y'all should meet with Destiny while you guys are here, meaning Sonny and Moses sit down and have a meetup and or conversation with Destiny. Marceau says, why? Marceau says, why? That's a bad idea. Okay. Maurice then says that if Destiny blesses it, then everything will be better between y'all. But I'm like, who the fuck cares about what Destiny thinks? Destiny don't bless nobody's nothing. Destiny don't need to bless their relationship. Their marriage is already blessed. What the hell does Destiny need to come in and bless their situation for? I was like, what? Were you expecting Kimmy? Or were you expecting Kiowa to bless you and Kimmy's situation when Kiowa already made it clear that Kimmy stepped up in her marriage and was a whole side chick? When the side chicks out here blessing people's relationships? That's weird. I never heard no shit like that. But all right, so Marceau then says that if you were finished, says it, what's Destiny going to say? Says it, says hold on. Says if you were finished, then what's Destiny got to say, okay, about the two of you? All right, so Moses then says, that's what it is, that's what it is. Ain't really nothing that she can't say. So Maurice then comes back and says, people making comments don't actually know that they were over. Says that people see, and then they be like, oh, wow, she was working with her, and then turn around and stole their man. So it's like you guys are trying to put into his head that he needs to focus on what the people are saying about them. And in the comments, and he's telling them he don't give a fuck what people say. He is living his life. He's happy. He's married. He has moved on with Sonny. He don't care what people have to say. Okay. Somebody said Destiny couldn't bless a dog. Y'all are hell in the comments. I live for it. Okay. All right. So Moses says via confessional, he says that these guys are giving me a hard time. He says, but I don't owe Destiny anything. He says, but I will have a conversation with her now. He says that to mend things to move forward. Okay. I didn't think that he owed her that either. I don't think you owed her a conversation or anything. You made your decision. That's what it is. All right. So Maurice says, how old are you, man? Talking to Moses. All right. Moses said, I'm 41. Maurice says, oh, okay, I get it now. I get it that you guys are in your 40s. That's why you guys want to be married and kind of move on. He says that when y'all want to have kids. So Moses then comes back and says, well, she actually could be pregnant any day now. He says that we actually did IVF. I was like, oh shit, because y'all remember I told y'all that she was supposed to have been pregnant. So I don't know if maybe she lost the baby, because from what we heard and people were telling us, like other sources that I found out from, and which was very reputable, they were saying that there's a surprise going to be on the show with Sonny and Moses, and that Sonny was pregnant. So with her doing IVF, maybe she lost it. I'm not sure, because we see her now, she's not pregnant. So maybe she lost that baby, because he said right after they got married, which was in December, that they went right ahead and got IVF. So that's that. That's a little tea for y'all. All right. So Marceau then says, when did y'all get married? Moses says they got married December 19th. So Maurice then says, well, when did y'all go do IVF? So Moses says, we did it right after we got married. Like, right. So they got married. They didn't even have no engagement time, y'all. They said, hey, we're going to go get married. They went and got married. And they went right on ahead, right after they got married, and went ahead and did that IVF. So everything is just like boom, 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 boom. Okay. I was like, damn, what was the hurry, child? Y'all is doing everything like clockwork. Okay. But if you're in your 40s, I understand, because then that will make her high risk, being in her 40s trying to have a baby. Okay. I know I was 40 when I had my son, and they consider me high risk because I was 40. All right. So let's continue, honey. Next scene, Stormy, Tisha, Ken, and Courtney meet up at the gym. I'm just saying, guys, I'm just going to breeze through this. Like, I'm not going to give you every single solitary thing that was said, because the shit was boring. Tisha irks the shit out of me, how she talks through her teeth. She's very boring. She's very long-winded, and she just get on my damn nerves. Okay. So y'all please bear with me through this, because I'll probably be rolling my eyes a lot. All right. Like now. All right, so they're working out. Trish and Ken are working out. They say they actually work out twice a day, every day. Stormy and Courtney actually come in the gym to greet Trish and Ken while they're working out. All right. Courtney says that he doesn't want to work out, and he'd rather just go to dinner somewhere. And I was like, your ass always want to go to dinner. You look like you live at Golden Corral because your ass is a little chunky. You can stand to do a sit-up or two. All right, Courtney, all his ass want to do is eat. He don't never want to damn work out. All right, so Stormy says that she actually has dreams and ambitions of being in a fitness competition. Okay, so now you've been out here taking that Ozempic, and your body is out here trying to be bodying. So now all of a sudden you want to be in a competition out here, a fitness competition. Okay, Stormy, we ain't never heard that. You done been on the show how long now, and we ain't never heard that. When you was out here plump, you ain't mentioned nothing about that. Girl, let me get my weight down, because I actually have ambitions to be in a fitness competition. So now that Ozempic done kicked in, now she want to be in a fitness competition. Go off, girl. All right, so Trish is actually working Stormy out, telling her, how to work on one of the machines, child, telling her to go down, squat. They're doing squats and all types of stuff. Courtney actually shares that he bought a new drop top car. He's talking to Ken, so the two of them are walking on the treadmill. Stormy and Trish are actually working out over here. Courtney and Ken are over here on the treadmills. All right. Ken shares that he's an actual truck driver. He says that he came back from Afghanistan and he started driving trucks, and he's been doing that ever since. All right. So Ken also shares that he and Tisha have been dating for 2 years. But he says that she bullies him with her attitude. And she has past issues that she sometimes doesn't want to talk through. So he tries to get her to open up, but she doesn't want to do that. So she gets mad, but he kind of stays on her so that she can open up and talk. Anyway, so Tisha shares with Stormy that she has a dark space from past stuff that she's dealt with. She says that her parents actually passed away within 6 months of each other, and apart rather. She says that she actually lost her sister shortly thereafter. So she went through some very hard times. She said that people weren't there for her that she thought would actually be there for her. Okay. So it sounds like she internalizes a lot, and she doesn't really have a solid friend to talk to. So maybe her being with Stormy, that would help her open up more, but maybe she can do that off the show because she's boring. All right, so Tisha goes on to say that her issues that she's dealing with personally made her push Ken away, but he keeps drawing closer to her regardless to her pushing him away. All right, so Ken says that he feels that Tisha is the one. That's what he's telling Courtney, okay, because it's going back and forth between Ken and Courtney and Tisha and Stormy, okay. Trisha goes on to say that there's papers that she and her ex still got to sign, meaning that she and her ex-husband are still married, but she is talking marriage with Ken. Of course, she can't get married to Ken until she fixed that situation. All right, so she goes on to tell Stormy that 4 months into her relationship with Ken is when she actually told him that she was still married. So she dated him for 4 months and he didn't even know that she was still married. But it's seeming like her ex-husband doesn't want to let go, which is why the divorce is being held up. She said the divorce papers haven't been signed, so I don't know. They're already planning their wedding. She said she wants to have a big wedding with Ken, but it doesn't look like that's going to happen if you guys don't finalize your divorce with your ex. Okay. Ken also brings out that he was actually living with the woman when he first started dating and or met Trish. So he had a situationship going on, and Trish was actually married. I don't know how that shit work out. You can't date me and then you're living with a woman. Like, that shit would not work for me. I don't know. What is that, a new age thing? I don't know. I've been with my man for a while. Is that a new age thing to where you're dating somebody and you're actually living with another woman, but you dating over here? What? I don't get it. Tomato, honey. Potato, tomato. All right. So Stormy also mentions her new body drops that's coming out, and she asked Trisha to come and support her, or maybe she said, "Can I use your body?" Meaning that she wants her maybe to be in some promotional type stuff because she has a very fit body. She does have a nice body, but she looks batshit crazy. So next scene, honey. Next scene, because I'm getting off them. I'm over it. I'm tired. They're boring. Yes. I see y'all putting in the chat. Snooze fest. Absolutely. All right. So next scene, honey. Martel goes to his investment property where he and Chris are going to meet up and actually have a conversation. Okay. Somebody said, no, that's a 304 thing. Thank you, girl. Sexy Libra, for clearing that up. Okay. I was like, what the hell? All right, so Chris actually shows up and he makes a joke about the last time that he went to Martel's house, and Martel was like, look, man, you ain't put no booties on your feet, to cover up his feet because it rained that day. Martel was saying he tracked stuff all up in his rental house, the same one he was squatting in. I don't know why you cared so much because your ass wasn't supposed to be there either, Martel, okay? So Chris puts on his foot booties to walk in to go and view the rental property, okay? So Martel says via confessional, he says that his investment property is coming along very well, and he's also that he always enjoys creating stuff and building from the ground up, at which we've already found out, according to Melody Cherie, when and it's the same episode when she and Martel were arguing, when she said that your mama told me that you were having a son. That she told Martel that you ain't never built nothing, because he was upset that Melody didn't mention in another scene that she had the 47 acres. Y'all remember when that conversation took place when Mel let him know that she had the 47 acres, and of course Martel could not be on her license anymore, on her builder's license anymore, that she was taking on the 47 acres. Martel was mad, said you ain't never built nothing, and Mel said you've never built anything either. So I'm trying to figure out when Martel started building stuff. Okay, you don't even have a builder's license to be building anything either, Martel. Okay, I mean, he just doesn't. So you out here doing the same shit that Marceau and him is out here doing, I guess. All right, so production then shows the video, or a previous video or scene rather, where Martel and Fred, his friend Fred, who he was working under his builder's license for quite some time, at the actual rental property that is now allegedly completed. Okay, they said that scene was fake. So Martel then says that he has a few more days and that the house will be up for sale and or for rent. All right. Keep in mind now, this is the same property that Martel coerced Belinda. Y'all remember Belinda, who he was messing with to do these illegal quick deeds that I talked about in my Car Chronicles. Yeah, Belinda was involved in selling Martel these quick deeds to get this property for him to actually do the shit that he's doing now, which that wasn't supposed to be. So he's going to be asking Chris to jump in on this to help him either rent and or sell this home. I don't think Chris needs to get involved with this, because whatever's going on with this house, he does not want to have any legalities attached to him with Martel and his bullshit, because we already know Martel is about the fraud. All right. So as Chris is coming in, Martel is getting ready to show him around. He tells Martel he tells Chris Fletcher that it's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath home. Martel then asked Chris if he knew someone looking to buy the house in the area, while he's actually taking Chris through the house, showing him the house. The house is not that bad. It's not bad. You can tell the upgrades are, they look all right. Would I stay there? It's a bit small for me, but I don't know. Kristen goes on to say that he might know someone, but like I said, I don't think Chris want to jump on that or do any type of business with Martel, because Martel just does not seem to be on the up and up. I mean, it's how you got the house in the first damn place. That's the first thing. And then we already know that you got some bankruptcy fraud going on as well, Martel. I wouldn't be touching that. And then you're also being sued by another family where you supposed to be doing some work on their house and you didn't finish, and then you ran and filed for bankruptcy to avoid paying them their money back, Martel. That type of shit is what we talk about with you. Moving on though. Chris brings up the conversation that he had with Nell, alluding to the fact that Martel called her a side chick, okay? Mm-hmm. Kristen says that Nell deserves an apology for the side chick remark, Martel, okay? Martel is looking like, what? What did I say? Martel then says that, weren't you married when you were dating her? Meaning Nell. Chris said, no, I wasn't, okay? You can already tell he's getting aggravated a little bit. Martel then says, now you lying. You lying, Chris. So Kristen says, before I met Nell, I was married to my ex, and I was separated on paper, going through a divorce. He says that my wife ain't no side chick, so don't call her that, motherfucker. That's what Chris says. So Chris getting mad at this whole side chick conversation. I said, whoa, not motherfucker. So Martel then says, hold up. He says, but are we going to define the term side chick? He said, can you define what the term side chick means? Chris said, I don't know, some shit that everybody made up. So Martel then goes on to say that if you say that she wasn't a side chick, then cool. I mean, damn, says it. I guess she wasn't a side chick. So they kind of shake it up, and they kind of shake hands and kind of dap it out and kind of move on past that. So then they get into the conversation of the revenge P. Chris tells Martel that Nell met with Melody and that they discussed the arrest for the revenge P. Okay, they said the house was cute. It was cute, but it's a little small for me. I like space. Chris then goes on to say, because by the time you put all your furniture and shit in there, ain't gonna be hardly no room in there. I don't know. Let me leave it alone, child. Chris goes on to say, says that you told me that it was just a text and a picture. But Melody says that it was a whole video, okay? He's talking about the revenge P. Martel faces like this. Like, he don't know what Chris talking about. Nigga, you know it was a fucking video. I don't know why he keep doing that. Martel is so delusional. It's so crazy. So Martel says, she said it was a video? I said, this nigga. Chris said, yeah. During her intimate whatever, okay? So Martel says, why would she say that? That's how he's acting, y'all. Like, he is so totally oblivious to what's going on. Chris says, maybe I'm quoting it wrong, or maybe it was a picture from a video, Martel. So he's trying to get Martel to clarify what was actually going on with this damn revenge piece situation. Martel says, nah, it's a picture, period. It ain't no video. It won't no video. So he says that Melody is the only person who got it. He says, and I had it, and then she got it. So he's shrugging his shoulders like, I don't know what you're talking about. So Chris then says that, did you threaten to show it to someone else? Martel then says, you see the text message, says, did you see the text message? He says, did I actually show you the text message? So he wants to show her the text message. Still not telling Chris what he's asking. He's still not answering the question, okay? So Martel, of course, is lying per usual. He's saying that, did I show you the text message? Meaning what he texted Mel, but that he didn't say anything about showing it to the other people that may have seen it, which we all know to be Destiny. We know Basement Billy saw it. We know that Maurice, Marceau, and Tisha, as well as Kimmy, had to have seen it. Carlos probably saw it the way he was pressing Melody on stage about it. We already know Ariane saw it, and we already know that Ariane says that she showed her sister. So that's quite a bit of people right there that have seen this particular video of Melody, okay? All right, so let's move on. Martel then goes on to say that I was actually being bullied heavily, okay? He says, so my thing is, shut the fuck up and leave me alone. That's what he's saying about Melody, what he was trying to tell her, which is why he sent the revenge P to her. So that's his reasoning for sending revenge P. So once again, you just admitted on national television that you sent her revenge P when you have a whole open case coming up, Martel, a trial at that. So maybe they're going to scrub this video too, because you just admitted on this particular episode 4 to be exact, that you did send her revenge P. Chris said, what was the picture though? What was the picture that you actually sent her? Martel says it was just a picture. Like, ask her to see it. I don't know. Ask her to see it. It was just a picture. So he's trying to downplay it. As if Melody is going to show anybody a picture of her in a compromising position with her mouth on something that she would not ordinarily show someone. Like, she don't want nobody to see that shit. That's embarrassing. That was supposed to be in between she and Martel, but he used that opportunity. I don't know why he was filming her anyway. Maybe she didn't know she was being recorded. I don't think Melody knew she was recording, because I told y'all before, if you're doing it and you're doing it right, if you're doing it right, most of the time your eyes are closed unless they want you to look at them, and that's some weird shit. I mean, unless your man wants you looking at them, and then that just gives weird vibes where you staring up at them like this. When most people have their eyes closed if you're into the motion. You know what I'm saying? If you're into it, you usually have your eyes closed and you're kind of like into it. But I don't think that Melody knew that she was being recorded when Martel did that shit. And I feel like he did it sneakily, and then he saved the shit to use it for leverage against her later on to be able to control her. That's what I think. I don't think Melody knew. So Martel goes on to say that she says it's a video, then ask her to see it then. As if she gonna show you a fucking video of her with her husband. So he is playing mind games now, okay? He says that of course we know that the picture, he says that the picture actually came, from a video. He says that, of course, that we know Coleslaw admitted on Original Straight No Chaser that she actually watched it, okay? So we remember that. She said that. All right. So like I said, so now he's trying to play mind games because everything is legal now. All right. So Kristen goes on to say that this picture, was anybody actually naked in the picture, Martel? Martel said, no. Like, he's like that, y'all. No, nobody's naked. No. So my thing is this. If you and Mel were having an intimate moment, okay, why were you guys not clothed? Why were you guys fully clothed if that was happening? Like, why were y'all fully clothed, Martel? Because it said that your penis was actually shown on said video, but you put something over it to cover up yours to make whoever was watching the video not think that it was you. You were trying to, the whole idea of this was to make other people think that Melody was out cheating with somebody else. You didn't want people to think that it was you in the fucking video and or picture. So you covered yourself up to hide yourself, but left Melody out there. Okay. Somebody said, Caramel, I was thinking the same thing, that she didn't know she was actually being videoed. I don't think she knew she was videoed. And when he sent it to her, I think it startled her, like, bitch, where the fuck you get this video from? I feel like that's how she felt. If you did something very egregious and you got downright nasty with it and didn't notice somebody recorded that shit, and you and that person fell out and they sent you the video like, ha, 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 I got something on you, you're going to be like, oh my God, who else have seen this shit? Because in your mind, you're trying to think back to what other shit did I do in this fucking video, to where if he's sending it to me, knowing the mind of Martel, you know he going to show other people because that's how he is. That shit is fucking crazy. Oh, that's crazy. I would be so fucking mad. That's why I don't video. I don't do fucking, you're not gonna video me. You get this shit in real time and that's it. I said it before. You get it in real time or you don't get it at all. You're not filming me. Fuck no. There's not gonna be no videos out there. All right, so Chris goes on to say, so how would it be a threat then, Martel? Because he knows that Martel is lying and deflecting. Chris is getting a little irritated by Martel lying. He says, so how would it be a threat then, Martel? So then Martel, he starts stuttering. He says that he tells Chris to ask Melody to actually see it, to know what he's talking about, as if, like I said, Melody gonna show him a whole revenge piece of herself. Chris says that it has to be something for them to actually issue a warrant against you, Martel. So he's trying to get Martel to be honest, but Martel is still lying. All right. Martel said, well, let's see then. I don't know. So Chris says, so you don't have the picture. Martel says, no. He said that when Coleslaw, we know he said Coleslaw because they bleeped it. He said, when Coleslaw saw that picture, I deleted it out of my phone immediately. That's a lie. That's a lie, because how did her sister see it? How did Basement Billy see it? How did all these people on the show see the picture and or video if you deleted it out of your phone immediately, Martel, after Coleslaw saw it? Another lie. Now he's trying to throw Coleslaw under the bus. Y'all see how it's working? Knowing this trial is coming up, now he's removing himself from the situation and he's putting her out there to say, it's her. She saw it. He ain't mentioned yet that he saw the shit, but he's happy to throw her name in there. And he gonna throw her name in there when they go to court too. Watch what I tell you. She gonna probably take some of the fall for this bullshit. All right, so Martel then says that I ain't got no picture, I ain't got no video, I ain't got nothing. Chris says, so you ain't got no proof. Martel said, hey, look, I sent it, okay? He says that I take all responsibility and I'm cool. He says that anything she has on me, she put out. So what he says, so what? He says that lets you know. He says that I'm not doing shit, actually. I ain't doing nothing to her. Okay. So Kristen says, so she just fabricates these charges that you ain't did anything, Martel. So Chris is getting irritated with Martel at this point. Martel then goes on and says, Chris, damn. Says the courts don't lie. Okay. Chris says, hold on. Martel says, Chris, damn. So Chris then says, the courts don't lie, Martel. Okay. So Martel then tries to say that it got thrown out of court, at which we know that's a whole lie. Did not get thrown out of court because you were found guilty, at which you then turn around and ask for a jury trial, Martel. You are actually on supervised probation and all that shit now because you were found guilty of revenge P and harassing communication. So he tried to say on this episode that the shit was thrown out of court. We know that's a fucking lie. We know that's a lie, Martel. Chris says, man to man. What's the resolution, Martel? Martel says that I feel that, what's it going to take for her? What's it going to take for her to stop doing what she's doing? That's it. So now he's putting all responsibility on Melody, and he's been the narc that he is, and he feels like he's taking no accountability. Chris says, so nothing with you. So you ain't do shit. You ain't do nothing that you need to take accountability for. Martel said, ask her, ask Melody. So Chris said, no, I'm asking you. Okay. I was like, come on, Chris. Come on, Chris. I wasn't feeling you before, but I like this Chris right here. I like this Chris. Like, no, you're not about to put all this on Melody. You, nigga, what you gonna do? So Martel then says that she's the only one that's doing that, not me. So he ain't doing nothing, y'all. So Chris is kind of looking aggravated. He's like this by this time. He kind of holding his hands. Chris got his hands like this, and he kind of shaking his head like this motherfucker. Like, Martel gonna make me slap his ass. That's how Chris is looking. All right, so Martel says, I make mistakes. Here we go with this shit. I make mistakes. Sending her the text message was, he said, well, that wasn't no mistake. First, he was going to say it was a mistake. Then he going to double back and say, well, it wasn't a mistake. I felt like I was being bullied and she just kept doing shit. So I sent it to her. Okay. So Chris says, well, do you think you owe her an apology? Martel then says, I don't know. Did you ask her that? I was like, what? Why are we asking Mel all these fucking questions? He's asking you, do you owe her an apology? What Mel got to do with you? What you saying, yes or no? How Mel gonna know if you feel that you owe an apology? Mel don't know what you feel no more. She don't even talk to your ass. All right. Martel want to hear anything from Mel. Did you ask Mel? Did you ask Mel? Did you ask Mel? That's all he had to say. All right. So his non-accountable narc ass. All right. So moving on, honey. Moving on. Next scene is Destiny and Moses. They meet up to talk. Okay, child. This shit here. We're getting close to the end, you guys. Please hang in there, okay? All right, so Destiny walks in. They're at some little restaurant type spot. It must be freezing cold like in Chicago, as I said before in my other video. Destiny comes in, honey, with a trench coat on, these long ass gloves up to here, bitch. She has on this orange tight dress that's kind of revealing her shape because she knew who she was coming to see. She knew who she was coming to see. She had her breasts all pushed up like she had a push-up bra on, child. She had on these knee-high boots, child. And she has on this damn big overcoat, like I said. Trying to get Moses' attention. That's what she was doing. Thanks so much, it's Cookie Dough, all right? Trying to get Moses' attention, all right? When she comes in, Moses gives her this once-over that was not like probably how he used to look at her. Okay, when Destiny comes around the corner and he synced her. Let's talk like him. When Destiny gets closer and he synced her, as he calls it, he looks at her like this. And then he don't look no more. Okay, he gives her a quick, and then he looks away. It won't like, damn, you look good. Like, it won't like that. Okay, it won't like that. It was like, oh, she got on some boots. All right. It was like that. I was like, shit. All right, so Moses said, what's up, D? What up, D? I was like, that's homie talk. You talk to your girls like that? You talk to your girl like that? Well, your ex-girl, what up, D? I was like, D. Destiny does not respond, okay? She looks at him. She heard him speaking, but she did not respond because she's in her feelings, okay? Moses says again, what up? Destiny kind of gives him this death stare like this, all right? She's taking her gloves off like she getting ready to fight or something, child. These long-ass prom gloves, her ass done wore up in there. She got to come all the way up here to pull them hoes down. She got to come all the way up to the damn... Yeah, she got to come all the way up here to the damn elbow to take them shits off. I was like, what the fuck, you just left the prom? Like, why you got them on? So Moses says we need to have a talk about what's going on and clear up some things, is what he called it, honey. Says and I want to hear your point of view. All right. Destiny's still staring at him like this. Okay, she's on this shit here. Like she's undressing him with her eyes. She's kind of giving him that look like it's a death stare, but she's kind of staring at him like, I want you. Because he wasn't looking bad. He wasn't looking bad sitting over there with his little white t-shirt on, honey. She was, I guess, reminiscing. Her mind kind of played back to maybe when they had some rendezvous or something. That's how she was looking at him, like she was undressing him. Women, y'all know how you look at a man when you're undressing him, like, Ooh, child, she was like Michael Jackson. She was like, I remember the time, bitch. Do you remember? She was on that shit. All right, so Moses then says, after talking to Maurice, he goes via confessional, of course. He says, after talking to Maurice and Marceau, I got to get things cleared up, okay, for my wife. I like how he say that. You know. He says, I don't want nobody looking at her in a bad light. He says that I got to set some things straight. He says that me and Destiny was over. He says that me and my wife got together later. And I'm sorry for not letting her know. He says, but I was moving on with Sonny. Okay. So that's what he says via confessional. Now back to him and Destiny. Destiny says, interesting that you chose now to have this conversation. So she's coming in hot already. She's coming in with the aggressive tone already, which she's setting the tone, letting him know that she is ready to fly off because she is still mad that he did not choose her. That's what it's given. Let's continue. Moses then goes on to say that I was immature about a lot of things about you and Sonny, my wife. I like the way he threw that in there, letting her know. We're talking about Sonny, but please keep in mind, bitch, that is now my wife. So going forward, when you speak about anything that we're talking about right now, please understand that you're not just talking about Sonny, but you're also talking about my wife. Okay, I like the way he threw that in there. All right, so he says that I was immature about a lot of things. He says about you and Sonny, my wife. Okay, but our relationship was after you, Destiny. He says that whether you choose to believe it or not, okay, Destiny says, really? Moses says, yeah, we were over with, okay? So Moses goes on to say that I bumped into her, meaning Sonny, says that we talked, says that we actually knew a lot of the same people. So I found out that she was good people. So a lot of the same interest. He said that they have a lot of the same interest. So it just kind of balanced itself out when he met her, meaning that you weren't doing what you needed to do. So he found somebody that could. Destiny, okay? Destiny hops in and says, so a good person wouldn't do what you did to me. What? Find love and get married? That's all he did. All right, so Moses jumps in and says, we didn't do anything to you. Says that we had your best interest. Says that while she was working, we both had your best interest, Destiny. So Destiny jumped in and says, and a man that loved me and had my best interest wouldn't do that to me. Okay. Moses then goes on and says, I'm guilty of that I should have told you and kept it real. That's on me. I'll take that. You know, he says, I never tried to hurt you though. Okay. So Destiny jumps in and says, yes, you did. You did it. You did it. Said that you did it to be spiteful and you did it to be hurtful. So whole time she's saying that, Moses is shaking his head no, like, no, I didn't do that. So Moses jumps in and says that you didn't show up for my birthday in St. Louis. And I felt that you didn't give me the time and attention. And I told you that we should just be friends. Okay. Said that you weren't showing no interest, Destiny. So you were expecting him to sit on pause while you got your shit together. Meanwhile, he was looking for love and he found it. Okay. Now, Destiny goes on to says that you wanted me to woo you like you was my girlfriend. Okay. So Moses said, nah, I never did that. I never did that, but you can have that if that's what you want to do. All right. So Destiny then says, the man that I know did not step up. So Moses then comes back and says, I'm guilty for it. He says, but it was after you, Destiny. So Destiny came back with, when did y'all start? As if it matters now because they're married. But just to appease her, Moses jumps in and says, July, August. When I synced her, we started talking in August, okay? I got a number in July. We started talking in August, pretty much. So Destiny comes back and says, in August, you sent me money. So how y'all get together in August? That don't mean a damn thing. He can send you money and still be over there beating that thing down. But she said, you said nothing to me. What was she supposed to say? Bitch, I sent you some money and I'm over here about to dig her out. What did you want him to say? Moses goes on to say, no, I didn't. I didn't say nothing. I'm guilty for that. I'll take that. All right. Destiny then comes back and says, in August, the text where I told you I choose me, that's when we broke up. Moses said, nah, I told you back in April. I said, that's a huge gap between April and August. Okay. I was like, you better come on with the come back. All right. Moses said, bitch, I told you in April that we were done. But you were still holding on like a fool, okay? Destiny comes back with, you told me in April, but you loved me until August, honey. I said, no, bitch. He was on his Wycliffe Jean, bitch. He was gone till November, baby. That's what he was doing. He told your ass in April, but he was gone till November because him and Sonny got married in December. Y'all see how the Lord works? I'm gonna say it again for the people in the back. All right. He told you in April, but he was gone till November because him and Sonny got married, baby, in December, the 19th to be exact. All right. Let's move on, honey. I'll be gone till November. I'll be gone till November. That's what he was doing. He was gone till November on your ass. All right. Moses come back and said, nah. I was like, come on, nah. Destiny says, you texted me. I love you. Good morning, baby. All the way through August. You're a liar. You don't know. She said that you don't know this stuff you do know that this stuff can be seen, right? Meaning she got the text messages. She gonna be like Martel and pull the shit out on him. Moses was like, go ahead, pull that shit up. I don't give a fuck. I made my decision. Okay. Destiny said, don't play with me. Moses said, and ain't nobody playing with you. Okay. I like that he didn't back down and let her punk him. All right. Destiny says, I'm still her. Don't forget that. All right. Moses said, and I'm still him. And he meant that. Okay. And that is where they leave us with a cliffhanger. That is where it will begin next Saturday. So the episode ends there with Sonny and Moses. He don't care. He is done. You can tell he just did that to appease her, to get over that so he can move on with his life and he don't have to address it again. That's what that conversation was. That was the door being closed in that situation, if you will. Okay. Now let's get into what's going to happen next. Okay. On Love and Marriage Huntsville 4, episode 5. All right. That was episode 4. Let's get into what's going to happen in episode 5. All right. Because y'all know I like to give y'all the next deets of what's going on. All right. So Trisha and Tisha meet up at the gym to work out with Trisha, who you guys know is a workout coach. All right. And Tisha asked Trisha if she knows Stormy. All right. Trisha says yes. She says that she and Stormy are very close and that Tisha then turns around and said, really? Y'all are really close? She's like, yeah. Tisha says that she went to school with Courtney, and she says that Stormy was actually her hairdresser before they became cool. So she knows her like way, way back. They're, cool from way, way back. Tisha says, oh, okay, cool. So then Tisha says, so you guys are, so you're really that cool with Stormy? She said, I might need to get me another trainer. So Tisha is coming out the gate already being messy. So Trisha kind of looks at her like, what? Because Trisha already made it, known to Stormy that if Tisha start with on the bullshit, then she gonna finish it. So I was like, uh-oh, you might not want to fool with her. Because she is a workout coach. She got some muscles over there, Tisha. She might be able to take you down like Chris Brown. So you might want to fall back. All right, so next scene is Melody and her friend Shanita Foster, which is going to be shown in the next episode. They meet up, and Shanita speaks to Melody about trying to hook her up, child, with some guys, to hook her up with some men so she can find her man out here, child. She says, Shanita says, but Melody is hella picky, okay? Melody says, what you mean that I'm hella picky? She said that one guy you try to hook me up with, child, had a missing side tooth, and I won't here for that, all right? Shanita said, but he had swag. But Melody was like, baby, swag with no side tooth is not for me, okay? I was like, I know that shit right. Baby, you need all your teeth if you gonna holler at me. If you missing the side tooth, I can't do it. All right, so next scene is Sonny and Moses are going to meet up to discuss the actual meetup with Moses and Destiny and how it turned out, how it worked out between the two of them, all right? All right, so Moses tells Sonny that Destiny actually, things got kind of heated between he and Destiny, okay? Sonny says, heated how? What you mean? Like, I'm about to go over there and slap that hoe. I know she won't holler at my husband. So Moses says she feels that we actually stabbed her in the back or whatever with this situation between us. So Moses says that Destiny, honey, kept saying that Sonny was my friend. when Sonny was my friend. Sonny was my friend. So that's what Moses was telling her. So Sonny says, she can't tell you 5 things about me. I was not her friend. Okay, that's what Sonny had to say. We are not friends, honey. She was not my friend. All right. So next scene is Stormy and Tisha and Martel kind of sit down to talk when Tisha reveals that she knows Martel from somewhere. Martel acts like he doesn't remember Tisha. He don't know her, but he's sitting there staring at her like I might know her from somewhere because he done plowed through a whole bunch of 304. Martel got a legion of hoes, so he don't remember who he smashed and who he didn't. All right, so he's sitting there staring at Trish with this look, and Trisha says, Martel says, do I know you? Trish says, yes, you do. And says, yeah, we met before. Martel says, we met before? Like that. So then he's kind of staring at her like, where I know you from. He's looking at her like this, like from every angle, like where I know you from. All right. So Martel says, am I tripping right now? So then he starts to get maybe like real blushy, like real shy. Martel seems like he gives moist vibes. I don't know. But he starts putting his hands over his face, like blushing, like, because to me, it feels like he remembers something that may have happened between him and Trish. Because the way she starts blushing when she says, yeah, I remember you. So he's looking like, oh, shit, I think that we might have done something or something somewhere. Because Martel, like I said, started covering up his face and he was smiling real hard. He was blushing after realizing that he actually did know Trish from somewhere and that they might have had maybe some bedroom dealings, okay, before, maybe back in the day or during the time that he was married to Mel, because Mel done made it clear that the nigga was taking everybody down during the time they were married. All right, so Martel, child, he's sitting over there blushing and carrying on, child, like, oh my God, Lord, one of my side chicks is on the show, Lord have mercy. But that is where that ends. So that's what's going to happen for the next episode, okay? That is what's going to happen for the next episode, okay? So that is it, and that is all, guys. That is our review, honey, for Love and Marriage Huntsville, baby, episode 4. Season 8. Okay, I hope you guys enjoyed it. The title of this episode, honey, was Keep My Wife's Name Out Your Mouth. And we know that's what Chris Fletcher was telling Martel from calling Nell a side chick. Did y'all enjoy the episode or the review rather? If so, please don't forget to hit that like button to support the channel, honey, so we can stay in the algorithm. All right, says or F in the gym says she's used to seeing her working out, right? Because she like them buff guys, so that's nothing. That's nothing that Martel, child, we know he probably been over there in them guts. But that is our review, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it, okay? Please hit the like button. Thank you to my mods, Linda Gamble. Thank you, Bill Wilson. Thank you, Tyra. Thank you all for being here modding. Any content creators that joined, thank you guys for being here as well. Thanks, my Caramelians, for being here and supporting as well. We're going to get on out of here. Did anybody want to come up and talk about the episode? If not, we're going to get out of here, okay? No, going once, going twice. Sold. All right, we out of here. All right, thank y'all again. We will have Car Chronicles in the morning, okay? I will see you guys in the morning. All right, you guys enjoy your Memorial Day tomorrow. It is a holiday. I know most of you may be off. For those of you that have to work, that sucks, but go ahead and knock it out. Enjoy your day. I will see you guys tomorrow, and we will also be having our pop in we made, because I want to take my braids out because I want to get my hair rebraided again, okay? So we're going to see what it's giving, guys. Okay. But I will keep you guys updated on what is coming up. All right. Love you guys down. Be safe, be blessed. And until next time, bye. Let me get y'all music ready, honey. Goodbye.